Hi, I'm Tom Howard. I'm an attorney with a web agency. I'm not like most attorneys. I actually have been building websites and software for most of my legal career, and what I've been able to do is use that to keep my phone ringing with prospective clients. You've probably landed on this through one of my ads that I manage, and you clicked on it because you, just like me, are an attorney that wants more business. Well, we have figured out a way to give you that over at stumari.co, and I'm here to share with you the top 5 things that all attorneys' websites need. First, you're going to want to stick around until the end of this because I'm going to give you a special offer that will take your practice up a notch and make you look even more professional in your legal career. Number 1, mobile first. Maybe this is a buzzword that one of your web developers gave you when you were buying your website for your law practice originally. Rest assured, mobile first is super important. You want to know why? Well, have you ever managed your ads? Do you have any ads that are going to your page right now? They're usually going to go to your phone. That's what I mean by mobile first being the most important aspect of your website. And I was just looking at another guy's website today. He's a practitioner, he's in his 50s, solo practitioner in the city, does just fine for himself, and his website sucks ass. It is not responsive or mobile first, whatever you're going to call it. The important thing to know is 80 to 90% of your ad traffic and oftentimes your search traffic, your organic traffic, the page 1 of Google that everybody wants to try to get to, that stuff's coming through your phone. You're probably seeing this for the first time on your phone, or you're watching it on YouTube. And if you are watching it on YouTube, click like and subscribe. Moving on to number 2, the second most important thing for your website after making sure it looks really good on your phone, so test it. Just don't go to your website on your browser at work, send that link, email it to yourself, check your email on your phone, click it, see how it looks on Safari or Chrome, depending on what device you're using. The second thing that your site needs to do that most sites do not do very well, clear, concise calls to action. When somebody searches for your service, they are searching for one thing. They have a pain, they have a need, and they are looking for an attorney to solve that. And that could be DUI. It could be some type of personal injury, motorcycle accident, let's say. It could be a real estate contracts gone wrong, child custody. Now, look at your site. Is it a hodgepodge of various practice areas like most are? That's fine. That's fine for your home page, but your landing pages where you're serving the ads that you want to have SEO optimized through its content, you need clear, concise calls to action. So if somebody's landing on your page because they have a child custody issue, and you know, now that we got point 1, there's an 80 to 90% chance they're on their phone, there should be buttons to call you. If you go to our sites, collateralbase.com, workvisas.solutions, stumari.co also has this same type of call to action. Any place that you go on the page, right there, right in front of you, there's a button to give me a call. So that eventually, as they're looking at the page and they say, oh my gosh, this person can help me, I'm not getting in the way of making my phone ring. I'm making it easier to make my phone ring. Clear, concise calls to action. If you want some help on that, well, if you're watching this on our website, you can right now give me a call, especially if you're watching this on your smartphone. Third, this is extremely important as well because, well, law is typically a fear-based sale. There are 3 reasons why people buy. People buy to avoid pain. That's your fear-based sale. This would be life insurance or getting a lawyer because everybody hates buying lawyers. I'm not sure if you've ever talked to your clients about it. Number 2, seeking pleasure. Your greed-based sales. In law, these are rare. These would be like your M&A work, maybe I've done, and they're very rewarding. I've done some contracts for businesses, and later on, you talk to that client in a year, and they thank you, and they say, that contract took my business to a place that I didn't know it was going to go, and that's a greed-based sale. It's great that you can be able to help those people. Most of the time, when you are selling legal services, it is a fear-based sale. Somebody needs you. They need you right now. They needed you 5 minutes ago because they are in trouble. Yikes. Fear-based sale. Because of that, you need to appeal to authority. They don't want no effing amateur. I mean, seriously, do you want an amateur representing your interests, or do you want a professional representing your interest? And on my landing page, I like to use, there's two predominantly things that you can use to establish authority through your landing pages. First, testimonials. Super important, because that's actually the third reason people buy. It's not just fear and greed, it's also other people are doing it. And if you don't believe me, I want you to go get your nearest fidget spinner and say, why the heck did I buy this anyway? Because it was a fad. Everybody was buying it. Go out and see what the 20-year-olds are wearing. They all have tattoos that look like lines. If they're guys, they have beards. If they're girls, they're wearing mom jeans. Why? Fads. People buy when other people buy. And that's why testimonials are so important. And not just testimonials. You also want the authority, the gravitas. So if you're a personal injury, you would talk about on your website, talk about your amazing awards that you would get. Or if you're like me, I typically represented banks before I went out on my own. I am a super lawyer and a leading lawyer. I have those badges. I could try to also win other awards, but those take time. And my hair's not all that gray yet. That's number 3. Make sure on your website you are appealing to an authority. You are the authority. Brag on yourself a little bit and make sure, and this is why you need to give me a call. It's the bonus at the end of the episode. If you give me a call, I will tell you how to take your testimonials to the moon. Number 4, we've already discussed, but I want to reiterate it. It has to be a phone ringing machine. Think of your website as a way to make your phone ring. The more that your phone rings, the more leads you get, the more you can screen those leads and find the people that you can actually help, and then you can make money. We design our websites so that they are optimized if somebody is on their desktop or on their phone. Because like I said, most of the time, the people are going to be landing on your page from their phone. Think about it. Somebody's going to be texting somebody, crap, I need a lawyer. And who did you have for your divorce, Bob? I use this guy. And then there's going to be a link. They aren't doing it on their computer. But if they are, then they would be sending it by email. And if they're sending it by email, there's a different look that our landing pages have if the square is big enough. And we're not going to get into media queries and other CSS stuff that they can tell, we're not going to talk about responsive design any more than we already have. Finally, number 5, and I have like 6 subheadings on this number 5, and it's another kind of buzzword that you hear a lot, especially in all web design. Web design is really 2 things. It's how does the page actually look on both platforms, and then SEO, which is, you get like a little wizard cap and a wand and cauldron, and it's kind of comes off as magic sometimes. It's really not. SEO arose because of an algorithm. That algorithm is called Google. It's 20 years old. It's ever evolving. But I was looking at the data because I'm an attorney and I'm practicing, so I want to know where people are looking for my services. 60% of the time, somebody hires an attorney who is recommended to them by somebody they know. And that, in my opinion, is garbage. Because people are terrible at giving recommendations on things on an individualized level. If you go to Google, you can now see the wisdom of crowds. And 40% of the time, people buy their attorneys from Google. They don't buy them from Google, but they ask Google and then they make a decision as to what attorney to hire. It's pretty impressive that in 20 years, we went from an entirely referral network, and that's kind of one of the reasons why attorneys, they join country clubs and they join other organizations and events, and they try to get their name out there and billboards and whatnot, because people hire who they know. But in 20 years with Google, you were able to take 40% of that market and put it online. And where do you think that percentage is going in the 2020s? Honestly. So here's what you need to know about SEO real briefly. If you want more help, please give us a call. First, you should have an SEO plugin so that your content is optimized. SEO is predicated upon relevancy of search terms. When you have a keyword, let's use the keyword child custody. That term will then be crawled by an algorithm to see like the headings, maybe some rich text snippets, and then also its keyword density. The best SEO for keywords with pages is about 2,200 words. That translates out to over 7 pages of content. You don't need all that much when you are an attorney if you're doing the right type of linking structure. Number 2 is linking structure. How is your web page linked amongst its own pages? You'll see this with the highest performing ones. They will have good sitemaps. They will have what I commonly refer to as the link footer, with a lot of links in the footer. Sometimes they have the links right there in the actual content, saying, see our real estate practice, and our land dispute practice, and our municipal practice, and yada yada goes on. So your links are also very important in the SEO Rubicon. Next, super fast load time. This is difficult, especially if you think you're going to chintz it and you've gotten yourself a WordPress theme, and this theme has like every tool under the sun. Those usually are bloated and they load really slowly. Fine, get yourself a caching plugin. Hopefully you don't break your site, but you need to make sure that your page loads that fast, and Google will reward you for loading that fast. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be 500 milliseconds. That would be great. Don't get me wrong. If it's less than 2 seconds, you're probably just fine. If you can get under 1 second, you're excellent. Fourth, structured data, schema. Back in 2011, Google, Bing, and who else was involved in schema? Microsoft. They all got together and they have this new type of, they call it also structured data. And some of the best performing websites out there will use this structured data, and it will tell you what the site is about. If it's a legal service, if it's a law firm, what are the reviews for it, what type of videos are on there, and other things that you can use, and it's called schema, that we put in to our sites so you can test the structured data. And if you want us to help you, show you how your structured data looks, Google has a structured data tool that we can pop your link into, and it'll populate it, and you'll see out there what type of structured data is in there. The last one that we need to discuss is off-site. Now, the structured data, that's HTML code that you actually put on your site. This next one is huge, and you can do it right now. You don't even need a website. It really helps if you have one, but you don't need one. It's called Google My Business. And you are a business, or your law firm is a business, and you need to be on Google to be found and to have reviews when somebody Googles an attorney. So go right now to Google and look for an attorney, and you're going to see first will be the local ones, and they'll have their reviews. If you want to dominate that, give me a call. I'll show you how to do it. And that's really the top 5 things that your attorney website needs. Now, it doesn't just have to be attorneys. I'm targeting this at attorneys. It can be plumbers. It could be any service organization that needs their website is really just a channel from their site to the customer. How quickly can we make that customer get in touch with you? That's what we do over at stumari.co, and if we can help you out, we'd really love to. So thanks so much for joining us. If you have any comments, please leave them in the comment section. If you're watching this on YouTube, give us a like and subscribe. If you're watching this on your phone, stop watching it and click the green call me button. And I will see you real soon, and I wish you the best of luck in your law practice.